This October marks 20 years since I launched the Boardroom Insider newsletter. Things have expanded and taken off in ways I could never have anticipated in 1997, and I appreciate all the support we've received from readers and the world corporate governance community. The past 2 decades brought huge changes in corporate governance, sparked by events like the Enron scandal, Sarbanes-Oxley, the financial panic of 2008, the Dodd-Frank law, and also a wave of scandals and reform rules worldwide. But I see 4 major trends that have changed the role of corporate boards, ones that I think will have the biggest repercussions. First has been the increasing number and powers of independent board members. In 1997, the global boardroom model for public companies was largely a group of conflicted insiders and cronies, maybe a few overstretched to name independent directors. Reforms in the US and in most major world markets have imposed ever more wholly independent members on boards and put them in leadership roles. Also, requiring executive sessions of these independents without managers present has proven a surprisingly powerful factor in improving governance and independent board thinking. Second has been the rise of boardroom technology. The first online board portals launched shortly after the founding of BI, and they went well with the digitalization of company data that was already underway. Now, secure media for sharing board info and director updates have become a must in most boardrooms now, eliminating all those fat paper board books we had to deal with. Today's wired board gets much fresher information, and it's far more efficient and tapped into the company in real time. One downside, coping with directors focus more on their smartphones throughout the board meeting. Third has been the issue of board diversity, which has gone from a minor background social issue to become a major public concern and a top activist investor target. This year's move by State Street Global Advisors in the US to pressure all male boards is just one part of a global wave on this. In 1997, no one looked at a boardroom photo with all white males and thought it looked odd. Today, that's changed radically. A final but little noted change has been the sheer job pressure of serving on a board. The role of outside directors 20 years ago was a pretty cushy gig with a nice paycheck for a fairly light workload. 1995 Korn Ferry survey found the average yearly director time commitment in the US was around 163 hours a year. By 2015, the National Association of Corporate Directors saw Fortune 500 board members putting in 600 plus hours a year. More than just time demands, though, the level of technical, financial, legal, and strategic oversight demanded of directors has soared. What was once a part-time hobby 20 years ago has now turned into a full-time job. I'm Ralph Ward from the Boardroom for October, thanking you.